The fourth largest solar flare has erupted from the sun in solar cycle 25. It is heating up with this X4.5 solar flare. It is bringing some stellar upgrades. We are reaching high levels with our sun this week. We have a new region, 3825, from the western limb of the sun has been exploding, gave us an X1.3 and that X4.5 shooting straight off. We have a halo CME that is associated with this flare. New region 3825 also gave us several M-class flares within the past 24 hours, giving us a possible glancing blow arriving midday on the 16th. The CME is going to have a western plank of plasma that appears to be Earth-directed, passage around 48 hours. So far, the sun is super active today, giving us a number of those M-class flares, mainly from region 3825, also producing that X-class flare, the second X-class flare, and we also are in our moon phase of a waxing gibbous. This has a lot of energy that is surrounding it for today. We have 7 regions on our sun today. Most of them are pretty quiet or in a state of decay. A couple of them are growing, but not as much as 3825. Let's take a look. This is our region 3825, the culprit of numerous M-class flares and those 2 X-class flares. It is in beta, delta, and gamma range, making it very magnetically complex. It is also increasing in the number of spots here. Now we have another 5% chance of having another X-class flare from this region. We have to watch this one. And this is the 4th largest solar flare that we have had in solar cycle 25, going right here in this range whenever it's updated. Now we did get that X1.3 from the same exact region. Now this was a region beyond the western limb of the sun, and now it's just kind of coming into effect where we can see the results of what this region looks like and why it's so active. We also have 2 very large coronal holes that are on both hemispheres of our sun, one developing right in the middle. When we have these type of coronal holes, they can increase our solar winds, which can produce geomagnetic storms, especially when we have an active region right over here that produces a bulk of plasma that's ejected from the sun. That pushes that into the Earth atmosphere, creating this almost portal-like tether, and thus yet again creating those geomagnetic storms. Another thing that produces that is going to be these filaments. Now we are surrounded with these squiggly white lines, as you can see. That's filament plasma that is already kind of lifted off of the sun, and if there is enough ejecta, then that can also take effect and have some Earth-directed components that will bring again geomagnetic storm. Now we already had a G3 strong geomagnetic storm from another coronal mass ejection on the 12th. This had me just completely knocked on my ass. I couldn't even think at all, and now we're getting more. Now we're going to be into these moderate geomagnetic storms today. We're going into a G1, possibly a moderate G2 storm, but these are things that we're going to watch out for. So today, maybe we're going to get into those KP5s, minor storm levels. There's a possibility for it to go a little bit higher. It's going to dip down tomorrow. Higher latitudes, you may be able to see an aurora, but yet again, these are minor geomagnetic storms. On the 16th, it is going to increase, and actually it might increase like a lot larger than this, because that X4.5 flare is heading our way. This powerful X flare, we're going to see a high increase in velocity, a high increase in density, and it's going to be around the 16th. Give it 2 more days. It actually might be a little bit slower, so we could see it later on the 16th, early on the 17th, but data is still being analyzed. So we're reaching into those G1 storms today. We're going to see the bulk of the plasma kind of skip us for that day until we get that shock arrival here on the 16th, but we're going to be feeling this. There's ascension symptoms that are associated. This X4.5 solar flare does have a halo CME that is associated with it. It was directed mainly to the east. However, the western flank is going to have the bulk of the plasma, which does appear to be Earth directed. Yet again, 48 hours, we shall see. But let's talk about the energy, because the energy has been fucked since my birthday, which was August 20th, okay? It has been fucked. And then we had the 9/9 portal, and what that was, there were so many major shifts that happened during that time. There was people that passed away with this portal opening, so there was loss associated with it. But whenever we have these 9s come up, that means it's the ending of a cycle. It means it's new beginnings. It's major transformation. Let me know in the comments if this energy is affecting you because it seems completely off balance right now. It just doesn't feel good. Although with this ending of the cycle, it's a little bit lighter, but we were in that Capricorn energy just a little bit ago. That was pushing us, like legit pushing us to focus on a lot of those blockages and limitations that were keeping us stuck, because we need to go onto this new path, and Capricorn was pushing us. But we have new Aquarius energy in our moon cycle that is settling in. This is helping us emotionally detach from certain situations, certain circumstances that are happening in your life. You're going to be able to clearly see a lot of these problems, and it's going to be just a new perspective overall. Aquarius energy really helps you see through a new set of eyes, a new perspective. You kind of see like the whole big picture of what is available, but then you're also seeing what the end goals are. And I don't know if you have noticed, but I have noticed, and I'm going to tell you what you should start noticing, because there is a quickening in this process. There is a lot of intensity that is building up, plus our full moon is here. So we're getting a lot of that, plus the eclipse energy that is happening. This is a very big tug and pull kind of thing. So you may be getting those heart palpitations. You may be having racing thoughts and intensity of energy building up. You may be feeling anxiety or just complete bliss energies or completely fatigued. If you don't know what ascension symptoms are, I have a video that is pinned on my page just for you. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment on this if you want me on your For You page. And don't forget to follow my Instagram and my YouTube. But remember, with the full moon coming, these eclipse energies, and then into this Aquarius energy, we're going to have some triggered emotions that are going to start happening. These are going to strengthen as we go towards this full moon cycle, which is really good. It's a harvest moon as well. So it's going to assist in extracting a lot of the baggage that we really don't need. And it's not like people or like friends or like situations. It's more of within you. What is it within you that you need to change? That's the thing. It doesn't have to do with anybody else. I mean, it could, but mainly it's within yourself, because you need to release a lot of those old habits that are not doing good for you. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling, because we're going to have a lot more energy that is heading our way. Love ya.